Good day everyone. I'm Michael. And I'm using a text-to-speech program to have a more clear speech and audio. The if statement allows a program to carry out different actions depending on the nature of the data to be processed. The if statement is used to implement a decision. When a condition is fulfilled, one set of statements is executed. Otherwise, another set of statements is executed. Here is the syntax for the if statement and its equivalent flowchart. The if statement contains a Boolean condition followed by a single or multi-line code block to be executed. At runtime, if a Boolean condition evaluates to true, then the block will be executed, otherwise not. In this example, we test two values to find out if x is greater than 18. If the condition is true, then it will execute the block of code. The else statement can come only after if or else if statement and can be used only once in the if-else statements. The else statement cannot contain any condition and will be executed when all the previous if and else if conditions evaluate to false. Here is the syntax for the else statement and its equivalent flowchart. If you observe the sample program, the statements inside the if condition will be executed only when the Boolean condition returns true, otherwise, the statements inside of the else condition will be executed. In this example, the variable time has a value of 20, then ask if it's less than 18, so the condition is false. Because of this, we move on to the else condition and print to the screen good evening. If the time was less than 18, the program would print good day. In C#, if-else if statement or condition is used to define multiple conditions and execute only one matched condition based on our requirements. Generally, an if statement or if-else statement is useful when we have one condition to validate and execute the required block of statements. If we have multiple conditions to validate and execute only one block of code, then the if-else if statement is useful in our application. You can see from the syntax and flowchart that we can define multiple conditions to execute the required statements. Here, the execution of the if-else if statement will start from top to bottom, and as soon as the condition returns true, then the code inside of if or else if block will be executed, and skip the rest of the else if. Optionally, you can end the chain of if-else if statements with an else. In this syntax and flowchart, if none of the conditions return true, then the code inside the else block will be executed. In this example, the if-else if statement will start the execution from the top to bottom, and will check if any condition is matching or not to execute the respective code block. In case no condition is true, then the else block will be executed. C# supports if-else statements inside another if-else statement. These are called nested if-else statements. The nested if statements make the code more readable. This is the syntax for nesting an if statement. You can nest if statement as many as you want. Here is an example to demonstrate the nested if statement. In this example, we check whether variable I is less than, greater than or equal to variable j. If we run this program, it will print the I is less than j. Because it satisfies the first two conditions. That I is not equal to j and I is less than j. For our self-check, what will be the output of the following program? You can comment your answer below. That's all for this video lesson. If you have questions, suggestions, something to add, or you think something is missing or incorrect to the lesson, please let me know. Again, this is Michael, thank you and see you at my next video lesson. Keep safe everyone.